Good afternoon, Dr. Green. My name is James Mayer, and today I'll be discussing the spontaneous human combustion case of Mary Hardy Reeser. So in my video presentation here, I'll go over what spontaneous human combustion is. I'll describe the facts of Mary Hardy Reeser's death, and I'll talk about whether spontaneous human combustion is an accurate, reasonable explanation for what happened to her. So to begin, spontaneous human combustion is often described as a case where a person is found with their midsection almost entirely burnt, entirely burnt, with being extremely burnt, almost as if they had been cremated, or even beyond cremated in some cases, while their extremities are left behind. Sometimes this isn't the case, and the majority of their body's burnt. However, a lot of the time, their hands and their feet and their legs remain. Spontaneous human combustion isn't recognized as a scientific phenomenon. A lot of the time, or it can be reasonably understood that there's an external factor that causes their death. On the case of Mary Hardy Reeser, she was a 67-year-old widow who lived in an apartment in St. Petersburg, Florida. On the night before she died, she was with her son, who is a doctor, and she takes a medication for insomnia. So not only this, but she was 170 pounds at 5'4". She was a smoker, and that contributed, which I'll get to in just a second. But often in these spontaneous human combustion cases, the victims, there is an external factor, like I was saying earlier, that causes their burn. For the case of Mary Hardy Reeser, it can be believed, and I believe that it was the case that her cigarette caused her to catch fire. Not only this, but the night of her death, her son said that she hadn't eaten any dinner, and she said that she was fine. So he said that he's a doctor, and he said that the medicine would have kicked in more significantly than if she had eaten with it. So that, combined with the fact that she was seen smoking a cigarette at the time of when he left, gives reason to believe that that was the cause of her demise. As for like the furniture and structure surrounding her body, the reasoning as to why it wasn't as damaged as badly as you would think when you would have a normal fire inside of a house, is that there's a theory behind spontaneous human combustions, and that is the wick theory. It essentially tries to relate the idea of how a candle uses wax as a fuel source rather than the wick, and so the theory compares the idea of clothing as the wick, and your body fat as the wax, which keeps it from it helps it burn longer, as well as it kind of keeps it maintained to a certain area, much like a candle wick. And that's another thing that I forgot to mention, was that surrounding Miss Hardy Reeser's body was a greasy, oily substance, and with minimal burn to the surrounding room. I don't believe that it was spontaneous human combustion. I believe that her body was ignited by an outside source, and that the combination of cigarettes, sleeping pills, a flammable clothing, and the wick effect is the reasoning behind her death. Thank you, Dr. Green, for listening to my presentation, and thank you.